Obviously, bye week came at a good time for us. Very excited. We had 3 really good practices during the bye week, and part of it's to get ahead on Western. Obviously, Western had a tough one with Toledo right down to the last minute. So they're preparing for Toledo and playing Toledo, and we get a little extra time to prepare for Western, which is one of the advantages having your bye week. Then twofold, just focusing on ourselves and things that we think we need to do better and can do better, looking at the first 5 weeks of tape. So some of it was Western, some of it was getting back to the basics and what we really want to do on both sides of the ball in ST. And then obviously good lifts and good recoveries and good rehabs and getting as much treatment, trying to get as healthy and feeling as good coming in this week as we can.
Questions?
Would you anticipate getting several of the players back for Western who were out?
Yeah, we're going to get a couple back. We'll see. So there's, of the 6 or 7 guys that were out, I would say probably 1 or 2 most likely will be back. Probably the majority are getting closer, but not quite probably going to be ready for this weekend. But they're still pushing. I know some kids are trying to get back, but we have some kids that are more in that, 2 to 3 week range than the 1 week range. So I think we'll get a couple back, but I think the majority of guys that are out will still be out.
So what do you know about Western Michigan then?
Yeah, obviously offensively, they've always been one of the most balanced and most explosive offenses in the league. Bellamy, the tailback, is and has been the premier big play guy in this league. It doesn't matter if they're playing Syracuse, doesn't matter if they're playing Michigan State. If he gets out there, it's over. He is crazy fast, crazy explosive. His big play tape goes for a long, long time, So they've always ran the ball really effectively. Obviously, with Coach Lester, they love to throw the football. And last year they threw for 400 yards against us. So we know what Wasink and the receivers can do in the pass game, and their tight ends tremendously gifted. So offensively, the difference between them and most of the prolific offenses in our league is they're really balanced. And most of the offenses that are really good are really, they throw it really good and they can run it, or they run it really good and they can throw it, where Western can really do both at a really high level and can beat you on any down both ways. So love to push the ball down the field. They throw more deep balls than any team I've ever seen. And they're going to take their shots every week, and they're really going to take their shots, not 2 or 3. I think they had 15 deep balls last week against Toledo that they threw. So you're going to have to, and they hit us with some deep balls a year ago that really hurt us. So I'm sure they're going to attack us the same way. And then defensively, very aggressive, do a lot of different things up front, play-based defense, but also pressure you a lot of different ways, and each week they kind of do some different things. So you're gonna have to operate under duress. They don't let you sit back there and take your time and survey the situation. They're constantly bringing pressure in a multitude of different ways, and it's tough because they'll add some new stuff every week. So young offensive line, young quarterback, I'm sure that'll be their MO against us too.
When you talk about scouting yourself, was there any one area you can talk about that you felt like you needed to improve on and have in the few practices that you've had?
Yeah, yet to be determined if we have improved on, but obviously different areas, I mean, not going into specifics, but different areas on special teams. There's things on special teams we've done really well, but more individuals there. Like, there's not a unit that's done poorly, but just more individuals. Like, hey, whether you're on kickoff return, you haven't really been very consistent at your job and really honing in on that individual. And then same thing offensive, defensively. I don't think anything totally big picture as much as, okay, receiver, running back, tight end, where have you been good, where have you not been good, and then those individual segments trying to focus on, okay, we got to get better in this area. The corners got to get better in this area. The linebackers have to get better in this area. So not so much structurally or schematically or even big, just, okay, you've played 5 games, this is where you're at. Let's hone in on some of the things that we know you can do at a higher level.
When you scout yourself like that, do you scout yourself too and how you're calling plays?
Yes.
And
we do that every week, so we always know exactly what the other team knows, based on. But we had a little more time this week, but we do it every week and look at what we've called in different situations, in different scenarios of the game. And again, there's so many different offense and defenses out there, so then you take that and you try to string it into what Western does or what Western likes to do. So we're always looking at what the opponent has on us, and then how we think they may try to attack us based on that information.
So I guess tell me about the bye week, first of all. Do you feel like it had the desired effect, considering how banged up you guys were going into it?
Oh yeah, I've been kind of struggling with little things here and there throughout the season. So for someone like me to have this extra week is really huge, because I mean I was not gonna lie, I was hurting through all the games, and now feeling much better. So.
What was your guys' schedule last week? Did you guys work out at all, practice at all? What'd you guys do?
Yeah, we had so a normal Sunday, and then we had on Tuesday and Wednesday we had just a lighter practice. It was the same meetings and everything, but we cut down on the hitting and on-field time just to give our bodies a rest. We're still going over some stuff though. So.
And then you were off again till
Yeah, we had a couple days off. So Thursday and Friday we just had treatment, and then Saturday was our off day.
So does this game hold any extra incentive, intensity for you being a Michigan native, or were you recruited by Western?
I was, but I ended up coming here, so it's just another game on the schedule. We gotta go over there and get the win.
Will you have a lot of family there?
Yeah, I gotta get a lot of tickets this week.
Do you have a number, roughly?
I think my mom said like 15. So
15 or 50?
15.
1-5.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not 5-0.
So what do you know about Western? Have you guys studied them at all?
Yeah, they're very similar to Buffalo, in what they do. They take a lot of shots. Everything's RPO. So, they got the really good back and really good quarterback. So, we just everyone has to do their specific job every single play, and I think we can do it.
Does this game hold any special significance for you, being Western Michigan? Did they recruit you coming out of high school?
So yeah, it's a pretty personal game to me. Being from West Michigan and not getting an offer for them, I think about it every once in a while. But then again, I'm like, okay, I thank Coach Martin for giving me this opportunity, but it's still a little personal to me.
Did any of the Michigan schools recruit you?
No, not really. No.
So I ask you the same thing I asked Andrew. First of all, the bye week. How much did you need it personally, and what's it done for the mood of the team now coming off the Buffalo win?
I think it helps us a lot because Coach Martin really harped on being mentally prepared for the game. So I think that's the next step we take as a team. So I think more film, just being ready for the things that they do, especially on a defensive standpoint, just knowing what they like to do in different situations, giving those couple days, just help us get a step up and preparing for them.
Physically, did you need this bye week?
I was pretty healthy after the game, but there's nothing wrong with feeling even better. So just got me feeling even better. But I was pretty healthy after the game. A couple bumps and bruises, but it's natural after football.